Hello. This is my Miro board. The whole research and everything what we did, everything is here. So first, I would like to take you through overall content part. What we are going to see in bit overview since I have already made a video in detail. So the first we are going to see raw materials, how all the raw data is collected, the methodology, uh, raw data, map different sort of all mapping, analysis, and then stakeholder mapping, journey maps, uh, inferences, values, conclusions. So this is overall what we're going to see. So the research was most of the my direct methodology was to directly contact to owner, what we all the secondary for secondary research, internet, then phone calls. So the raw data that was collected was this. I started collecting in the paper notes. I wrote it down. Then when I was putting on the Miro board, I actually uploaded it already in some sort of this magazine. Since before that we were doing this publication wala काम. So I was unconsciously I was already doing it, and then later on Pritesh also said कि PPT में ही देना, so it was good. Mm. Then the mapping, all the mapping that I did was employee mapping, the mapping of business also known by the names, seller to customer transportation mapping, owner's language mapping, manufacturing process mapping, distribution, purchase from agencies, their mapping. In the manufacturing process, it also includes the mapping of purchase of materials. So there's like a more detailed way in that way this goes. But the broader terminology in a holistic way, it will be manufacturing process. Then survey, competitor mapping, uh, customer mapping, product analysis, spatial analysis. So it has in detail. Spatial analysis was done on the basis of outside inside experience people, and if we go in detail, like the area inside, which stops on rent, not rent, influences that I took out, observations, like on the other side of the shops, everything. This is the shop, and the other side is not the night view. This is the other side of the lane, and all the shops were on rent. And on this lane, all the shops were owned by the owner itself. Like a few of the observation I took inference was like there are no balconies in any of these buildings. Every building has this sort of a facade and then window. I'm not going to talk about in detail here. The detailed video is there. The experience of sound, smell, air, and so on. Different mapping like furniture layout, measurement layout, elevation view, electrical layout, texture layout, a light simulation, light that I tried through a 3D model. This is the sunlight when uh, I'm trying to make a video over there, like the movement of sun in the direction, and then the light, how the shadow happens in this area. This is the shop area. This is surrealism and more like a exploration part where I try to like what happens if the shop doesn't reflect a light at all. So it will be the whole black thing. This is the window, door. Simulation mapping is like more of a 3D model I created. 3D model was created, and due to some technical something went wrong, and they said the geometry contained fault. It's like I'm trying to learn this part, and then I did observation. From the observation, I went inside the soft and like how air inflow and flow outflow here, the journey mapping. So in my whole group we did three mapping actually of the journey. Why these pictures are not appearing? There's stakeholder mapping, the detail, primary, secondary, tertiary, and on the what basis I took primary, secondary, like primary, which without which business can't run at all. Secondary, like which without those business which changes actually in itself, and the tertiary which can't be changed at all. Secondary is like more than a 1 year their relationship, and tertiary shorter relationship than a year. Then detail observation, talking with employee owner, the brief history about the shop, observations. These are the observations. These are inferences. Like these are the inferences. These are the conclusion. These are like the values what I took from. Then the visions and things were said by the owner herself. Yeah. So this is the overall view of like customer talking conversation, my surveys, talking with medium approach to customer, and then uh, conversation with random customer to know about owner and businesses. Yeah, so this is basic overall detail. I hope video is less than 10 minutes. In detail, there will be much more in detail videos given. Okay, thank you.